first time you, Stephanie, realized you were a leader or that you could be a leader? I mean, what was going on in your life? What happened? Were there significant supporters? Was it, a lemonade stand because you like lemonade? What was
I
it?
love lemonade. It was actually my experience in high school. I saw that some of my peers were being bullied, and there was two things that happened. First, I would approach the person who was doing the bullying and just let them know that, that wasn't cool. The reason that they was doing that was because of some internalized issue that they had, and they should work on themselves. And then to the person who was being bullied, I always made it my business to just reach out to them and go over to them and ask like, hey, are you okay? Sometimes people can suck, but I just want to make sure you're okay, because high school is tough, and to see that in front of everyone, it's pretty embarrassing on their end. So I just connected with them on that level. And once I started to see that happening more, that's when I realized like, hey, I can actually be a leader, because people were coming up to me, and it was like we formed our own support group. So you saw less of the bullying, because then we started to go to appropriate teachers and leaders and let them know what was happening. So it was like we formed our own unofficial support group within the school. And at that particular moment, I was like, hey, this is pretty cool and I can do this. And the students were like, you need to be the leader because you're the one who started this. So that's when I realized that I could be a leader. And I always had people around me. Thank you.
That's a beautiful thing. And it sparks a question that I hadn't thought about asking, but did you have a significant mentor or an adult figure that was almost a clue, like this is possible? Or did, it was, leading yourself in the dark, just feeling your way through
and figuring it out, right?
Yeah.
Well, fortunately for me, I'd had various mentors. I played sports in high school. I was involved in extracurricular activities. So I always had adults around me who were empowering, who reminded me that I could do these things. Even relatives, my mother was definitely someone who told us we could do whatever we want in life. And she reminded us of her struggles and where she was and how she wanted more for herself and how she wanted more for us, and that we could accomplish that. So I had aunties, I had my mom, I had coaches, I had other adults that were a part of the extracurricular activities that really empowered me to do great and be a leader.
And that's become more and more of the stories that we're hearing out there. And for those folks who don't necessarily have that support at home, and because of the kind of work you do, which we'll get into, what would you suggest that they do to try to, create this chosen family, create this bonus relationships? What do you suggest?
Well, now with the whole virtual voyage, as I call it, with us kind of being pushed into more of a tech world, support can look like a virtual meeting. They can make those connections on social media. There are organizations out there who are offering virtual support groups, events, just those safe spaces where people can come together, because we know the physical space doesn't always exist. Outside of that, seeking LGBTQ plus organizations or groups, peers. Once you find a group of people who share your vision or are looking for some of the same things that you're looking for, I think that connection alone creates your own type of mentorship with your peers. So I think there are different levels, and I definitely, as I said, I think the virtual world is helping out. You still have the physical community, and then you also have your peers. What would I say to my younger self? I think I would remind my younger self that there will be challenges, but to focus on the bigger picture of the needs of the world. We need the world to be healthier. We need the world to be a safer space. So I would definitely try to tell my younger self to own in on that, and then to realize you don't have to take everything on yourself. There, know when to support and know when to lead.
Now that's profound there. Know when you are the leader and when you need to fall back and support a vision, basically.
Yes.
And that's powerful, really powerful.
Thank you.